Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is NEWBIE. This video is all about navigation on Archicad. So, if you're a newbie and you've been struggling on how to navigate on Archicad, sit tight, don't worry. I'll take you step by step on how to navigate every single properties, every single tools on Archicad. So sit tight, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more exclusive videos like this. So let's go. Welcome to the tutorial video. This video is going to guide you step by step on how to navigate your Archicad, right? From zero to hero. Okay, this video is going to take you step by step on how to navigate your Archicad. So I'll be taking you step by step on how to use the interface. This probably will not be a long term video. I'll be dropping the long term video on my next the next video I'll be dropping will be on the full-time video, right? So stick tight as I drive you through on how to navigate Archicad as a newbie. So welcome to Archicad. I'll be using Archicad 25. I'll be using Archicad 25 for this tutorial, right? So whatever version you're using, either you're using 28, the latest release, which is the 29, or 27, 2020, um 18, 19, no matter the version you're using, right? It's still going to be the same interface, just little bit of upgrades, the higher the version, the higher the updates, right? So let's just hop in. Okay, I already opened this page. All right, I already opened this project. So if you want to open a new project, just you're going to see it in file, new. So if I click on N, so whenever you want to open your interface, you're going to see this interface pop up, right? Create a new project from templates, right? So you are going to leave it on templates. Yeah, you're going to leave it on templates. You're going to leave it on templates. Then don't check this, you leave it the way it is and click on new. So you're going to leave it on current profile. Okay, leave it as current profiles, right? Then you hit the new button. We're not going to save this, man. And you wait, right? And you wait. The new page is going to load, right? So you wait patiently and boom, it's not going to waste time. Our interface is going to be ready for use. All right, so at this interface, okay, let me just give you a little bit rundown on what is here, right? I hope you can see my pointer, my mouse pointer. Okay, now there are four arrows on display, right? There are four arrows on our screen display, right? Now these are 4 points. Okay, these are my elevation, my south elevation, this is my east elevation, my west and north, right? So this is my, if you can go closer. Now if you want to go closer on the Archicad, um obviously you're using your mouse, right? You're using your mouse. So just roll your mouse. If you roll your mouse, the more you roll your mouse, the more you zoom in, right? So to zoom in, you just roll your mouse. To zoom out, you roll your mouse backwards, right? You're going to zoom out. Okay, yeah, that's how to zoom in and to zoom out, right? So I was zooming, I want to go on the east elevation. I want to like drag myself to there. I will have to pan. That means my roller, I'll have to just press hold it, right? Now if you notice, once I press hold it, you see the hand, you see this hand that's showing. So when you press hold your mouse ruler, right, when you press hold it, you see this hand. Now this hand means to pan, right? This hand means to what? Pan. You want to just pan something, you want to like pan and adjust, you want to pan and move, right? Right, so that's for panning. So if you want to pan, just press hold your roller, right? Then you can pan and shift to any direction, right? So remember, if you want to roll, if you want to zoom in, just roll your mouse and roll out, right? Roll in and roll out, right? Now coming to this interface, okay, we have our file, we have our edit, we have our view, our design, our documents, our option, teamwork, and window, right? These are imported this is my CI tools and my live scene, right? I also make a video on how to install your CI tools and your live scene, right? So first of all, you will notice that all if you open the project newly, it will be showing untitled Archicad 25. So whatever version you're using, it will be showing the version here, the version number, right? If you're using 28, it will be showing here 28, right? So this is just a navigation video. I'll make a full video on how you can play around with every single thing on Archicad. So if you're a newbie, don't bother yourself anymore. No problems. I will take you step by step on how to achieve every single thing here, and in a couple of days you will be using Archicad like an expert. So right, let's go to the file. When you click on the file, now the file talks about your new, your open, and what's talking about new. New means, if you notice, we had to like click on new to get a new project. So if I want to open a new project, right, I'll click on new. Now there's a shortcut for that. The shortcut is Control N, right? Control N is the shortcut to create a new interface, to create a new project, right? So I click on Control N on my keyboard to create a new project. All right, so open. So open means if I want to open a project, maybe I've opened a previous project, I've done one, right? I'll click on my open, my Control O. Now if I click on this Control O on this open dialog here, right, it will take me to my desktop, right? It will take me to my desktop, right? Now I can open a file if I have done any file, if I've done any project on Archicad, right? You can see them all files. These are different types of files. So another interesting thing about this open means I want to open a project. I want to open maybe a DWG file. I want to open an IFC file. I want to open maybe a SketchUp file. Maybe I imported a SketchUp file, right? So I want to open a SketchUp file. It's all listed here, right? This is a SketchUp file. This is DWG. I can open your DWF file, right? So I can open all images. This is my JPEG, my PNG. I can open any image with the Control O button, right? So the Control O button is to open a file. I can open a Rhino file, right? I can open a stereo file and a structural analysis format file. So the Control O is to open any files, right? External files, you click on your Control O to open those files, right? So if I want to close this window, I'm done with this project, I want to exit the project, I will just click on Control Shift W, right? I'll close this project. All right, so if I want to close this particular project, I'll click on my shift, my control shift and W to close the project. All right, so if I want to save this project, you know the shortcut control S, right? If I want to save this project, control S to save this project, right? So I'm going to click on the control save, and we'll save this as navigation video. Yeah, this navigation video, I'm just going to save it navigation video 1.0. Yeah, this is my first navigation video on Archicad. So um 2.0 will be a full discussion on how to play around with them. All right, this is just a navigation. The next video, I'll be showing you step by step on how to use every single project, every single tool, every single toolbar, every single display settings, default settings. I will take you step by step on how to use them all, right? So I will save this as my navigation video 1.0. I'm going to click on, hit the save button, and do you notice something right here? If you look on top here, you see navigation video 1.0. Right now it has saved as navigation video 1.0. So my project now automatically changed to navigation video 1.0, right? So if I want to save as now, Control Shift S means I want to save this project like as an external file. So for example, I want to import this file to Archicad. Sorry, I want to import this file to AutoCAD. Okay, I want to import them to my Revit. I want to import them to my Lumion. I want to import them to my SketchUp. Any file I want, if I want to import it as a PDF, I can import it as a PDF. I want to import it as an IFC. My IFC is for my Revit, right? So but I also make some videos on how to import I have to save as files, right? So these are different templates. I can save as PNG, JPEG, DWG, and so on. So if I want to save this project as another format, I will just come here and save them, right? So that is it. Okay, then coming to my merge. This is my enter perabilities, right? So it talks about merge. These are external files. If I want to merge more than two files together, these are for external contents. I'll click on my merge and merge files, right? So this is my IFC. If I want to translate this to an IFC file, all right, you can save as, or rather come here and save and translate it to an IFC file for external use. Okay, your IFC is for external use. You want to use and make you want to convert this particular Archicad project to an external file document, right? So you come here and change it to the IFC, right? So this SAF translator, this is advanced, right? So stick tight. I'll show you how to modify on every single of them. All right, so this is my DFX and my DWG. So these are translators. This is how to set them up, right? These are file indifference, okay, for external exports, right? So if I want to um export my files, I can export them as, if I want to export my files as DFX or DWG, I'll come over here as well, right? So classification properties, I can classify these are my beams, these are the classifications, these are the classifications and properties for my beam contents, right? So I can download beam contents here, I can import beam contents here, I can as well export and import value from schedules, right? So these are my external contents. These are external contents from Beam, right? As a newbie, you really don't know, you really don't want to, or you really won't be needing the external content as the first step, right? So you will not get twisted, you will not get convinced. Okay, but I'll make different separate videos on every single thing on your this interface, right? So coming to my libraries and objects. Okay, coming to my libraries and objects, you see these are library managers that I can export. These are content, these are objects, right? When I'm trying to like design my project. Okay, if I'm designing my project, these are where I can get my external objects, right? So if it cannot be found on Archicad, right? You just export them as well. Okay, yes. So this is for my, I can place a new object, open object, save as selector, right? So this is it. Now coming to my info, these are info you want to get info about. These are infos about this particular project, which you really don't need. So these are the project info. I can put my name, you put your name. Okay, then you the description for this project, project ID, project code, project number, and etc. So these are details you fill. These are for official use. So if this project is for official use, you go on your project info, and this is like a database where you impute every single thing on for this project, right? So this is the contact name, this is for the clients, and this is the company details, right? So here is to export and here is to import. So if I want to import a project info, I'll click here. If I want to export, I'll click here as well, right? So back to my files. Plots will not really be essential for now, right? So coming to my control P, control shift P, and control P as well. This is my page setup, my control shift P, right? So this is where I can save my projects. A3, A4, A5, A6, right? So these are just paper size that I can save my project, right? So if you come out here, the paper size you want to use, you come here and save your paper size, right? So I can save it as landscape, I can save it as portrait, right? So this is portrait and this is my landscape. So coming here, the printer, I will save this, the name, right? This is just my PDF. So initially you save your print your project as PDF, right? So this is it. You click on OK for your default. This is the page setup. Okay, then coming here you see your fit to page original, and you can customize your page scale, right? So this is it. This you can put as entire projects, entire drawings. You can zoom in, you know now if you notice this arrangement sheets, if I click on my entire drawing, you see it's giving me entire drawing, right? So for example, now this is my drawing, right? You can see the drawing now is divided into like 4 phases. So if I click on my fit to page, you see now the fit to page now is on a one interface, right? This is in a one interface. You understand? This is like the like a one interface. Okay, so this is it. And you click on print. You need to leave all these blank, right? Leave them blank so that your printouts will look exquisite and neat. Okay, so if I click on print, I'll have to print it out, and it's always on PDF. Yeah, always on PDF. Then I'll write the name I want to write, and I'll save whatever I want to print out. Okay, so this is for files. Then if I want to exit this project, I'll just click on my control Q and I'll quit the project. Okay, coming to the edit. If you notice, the edits are not checked right now. They are not checked right now because I haven't drawn anything on our project yet, so I can't navigate on them for now. Okay, coming to the groupings as well. Like I said, I haven't done anything on the project yet, so on the next video, always after this video, this is the guideline video that will help you on the other video, right? So after watching this, please don't forget to click on the next and take your time and watch it everything, because on the next video we'll be doing a lot of drawings and all that. So this our display order, they are all unchecked for now because you haven't drawn anything. All right, you can see all of them are blank, right? So once we start doing our project, you will know how to navigate everything and this. So coming to our view, list our view, our wall clean, sorry, our clean wall and beam intersection, right? So these are my on-screen options, right? These are my on-screen options. This is where I can, they can these on-screen options can be found on the display, right? So they are on the display as well. So if you can come on your view, under your view, you go on your screen view options. You're going to see different types of, you're going to see the options right here. So trace, I will show you how to use your trace, your alternate. F2 is to trace, and if you want, trace means you want to see what is beneath when you're drawing, right? So you want to see what is beneath. So that's your alternate F2, right? So this is for your view. All right, this is for my construction grid display. Okay, these are my construction grid display. So if I click on it, what do you notice? You can see the grid here. You can see the grid, right? This is the grid. So if I uncheck this, if I click on it, you can see that our grid line has left, right? So if I click on construction grid display, the grid is going to display on my screen, right? It's going to display on my screen like this. So yeah, so this is the grid. So if I don't want to, I don't want to make use of my grid. So people make use of the grid anyways, so you can leave it that way. So this is your trace option unchecked for now. All right, this is your ruler. Okay, you can see my ruler now have the rule has is being displayed on my screen, right? You can see the rule, right? So if I uncheck the rule, you see the rule guide has gone out, right? So this is the ruler. The ruler is here. So if I want to just measure anything, my ruler will give me the perfect measurement. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna check that. All right. So this is my guideline. This is my guidelines. So when you click on guidelines, right, you see this. If you see this four cardinal guidelines, these are one, this is two, this is three, four. They are being found at the edge point of your project display, right? So this is one, two, three, four. So if you just come close to this one, you will see the guideline display. So you just drag it. You're going to click on your left, yeah, your left mouse. So you can see I'm dragging this line is just for guidelines. If I want to, this is used for guidelines, right? If I want to like guide myself on things, I can drag it from this left hand side, right? So these are just guidelines. I can drag it from the right, I can drag it from the bottom as well. So these are just um guidelines, right? It helps you on how to guide. It helps, or when we get to the video, I will show you how to use it efficiently, the main important reason, but it's used to like guide you on your designs, right? So this is just the options. Okay, I can, if I click on erase guideline, I can click on erase, remove all guidelines. So if I click on this, all guideline I just created has been removed automatically, right? So this is it. This is it. So coming to our surface snap, our snap guide, there are a lot. There are a lot, a lot, a lot. When we get to the project fully, you'll be knowing how to optimize every single thing on your project, right? So this is my element in 3D cutway. These are the cutways to navigate your 3D. Now this is my 3D view, so I can view my 3D on a perspective view. I can view my 3D on an isometric view, right? So these are just the view options. Okay, I can see them on basic. Now it's currently on simple shading, right? It's currently on simple shading. Okay, leave it on simple shading. You can put it on detail shading, you can put it on simple shading with shadows, right? Yeah, you can put it on simple shading vectorial, you can put it on basic vectorial, you can put it on technical drawing. These are just 3D view options. You can just these are just 3D styles, right? You want to like beautify, you want to see your 3D in a different perspective way, right? These are the options you should use, right? So when we get into the project fully, right, I will show you how to navigate every single thing on how to use the 3D styles as well. Okay, so this is your zoom. I want to zoom in, zoom out. So I already told you to zoom in, you roll your mouse, right? I roll my mouse, I zoom in, I roll it backwards, I zoom out. Now coming to designs, these are my architectural tools. Now my architectural tools are my walls, my end walls, my column, my beam, my slab, my roof, my shell, my staircase, my railing, and my curtain wall, right? So when we get into the project fully, I will show you how to manipulate every single architectural tools on your Archicad. No matter the version you're using, is still on the same display. I'll take you step by step on how to use them and now how to modify them, on how to use them as a pro, because this video is a guidance to teach you on how to use things and get to your pro level. So just stick tight and anticipate to watch the next video that will be posted on this channel. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to get more, and to turn on your notification button to get more alert when the video is being posted. So this is my curtain wall components, right? When we draw our curtain wall, this will be on for you to utilize them. So this is my door. My door is part of my architectural tools. Okay, these are the architectural tools an architect uses to design and modify their projects, right? So in the next video, we'll be using every single thing right here. Our window, our corner window. I will show you how to use the corner window. I will show you different types of windows and how you can navigate them and how to edit them as well. I will show you different types of doors and how to navigate those doors, right? Then my skylight and my opening, my zone, my mesh, my morph. I'll be doing an exclusive video on morph, right? Yeah, I will do an exclusive video on morph, most especially. Okay, I'll be doing an exclusive video on morph and how you can navigate morph and um how to play around with it, right? So this is my objects. This is where my object is being found. My cars, my trees, my name it, anything object, my bed, my chairs, anything about objects is being found on this object, right? So this is my lamp. This is for my lightnings. These are my lamp. I see my headlamp, my chandelier. This is where you can find all lamp lighting objects, right? So coming to my structural engineering tools, These are structural supports, my structural link. So these are for structural perspective, right? My structural line loads and my structural surface loads, right? So these are for the structural tools. I'll be using them step by step. I'll use them in the next video and I'll show you how to utilize them. So this is my MPE, um yeah, my engineering tools. Okay, this is my Dutch work tools. Okay, this is how to my takeoff, my wire, my terminal. I will show you on how to use all of them when we get to our MEP words drawings. Okay, then this is my pipe work. I'll show you how to use my pipe, my inline, my terminal, and everything. So this is my cabling. These are for my cables, my tees, my bend, and my cable carrier. All right, so these are for my cablings under my engineering tools. Okay, these are my stories. Okay, the stories are also displayed here. Look at my right hand side. Okay, these are my stories. They are all displayed. This is my ground floor, my first floor. I'll get to this part, right? So this is my connect. I want to connect objects together. I want to trim the bodies, trimming an object from a roof. So you use your trimming bodies as well, right? So this is my solid element operation. These are my outline. Step by step, I will take you on how to use every single thing right here. So coming to my documents, these are my document tools, my section, my elevation, my interior elevations, my detail, my worksheets, every single thing you'll be needing for your documentations. These are where it's being found, right? I will show you another display where it can be found as well, right? So these are my level, my grid elements, my change, my fill, my line, my circle, and my hot spot. So this is where all my documents tools are being found. So these are my independent view. These are my section view, independent details for worksheets, elevation, and section. These are independent view. So coming to my layers, a lot of layers on the Archicad. So just leave it as drafts in layout. Just leave it at drafting layouts, right? So that you won't get any difficulties as a newbie, right? So these are my pen sets. You leave it at architectural 100. Leave it at architectural 100, right? So that your pen set will be left on default, right? Except you want to make a little bit of changes, you can go ahead and put it on 50 or structural detailing, anyone you want, but it by default it will be on 03 architectural 100. So no matter the version you're using, it will still be on architectural 100. Okay, so these are my model views. Leave it at building plans. Okay, then coming to my graphic overrides, leave it at no override. Just leave it at no override. Leave everything by default, right? So my coming to my renovation, leave it at show all elements, right? Show all element by default. So just leave it as show all element by default. So coming to my annotations, these are how you can put your annotations, your dimension annotation, exterior and interior. These are advanced, so just avoid them for now. So coming to my creative imaging, this is where I can render. Okay, if I want to make an internal render on Archicad, if you don't have the rendering engine like Lumion, 3ds Max, Corona, Inkscape, name anyone you use, just you can make your internal rendering here and submit to your client for approval. Okay, yeah, so no need of stressing, don't need to worry. Archicad has made availabilities on you rendering internally on your Archicad project. So this is a creative imaging, right? So coming to my schedules, by default these are my scheme settings, right? So I don't need to make any touches on this, right? Because it will confuse you on the long run. So let's just avoid this for now, right? I'll go into them on details. These are my listing extra, right? The project is already being listed for you, so just leave them. They are not essential. So coming to my layout book, these are my layout book. I can create how it's used to create my layout book, right? So this is under my documents. I will show you step by step on how to use your layout and how to navigate it swiftly. So coming to the drawings, you can see that unchecked because I haven't started drawing anything yet. So stick around the next video. I will really be happy to see the next video, right? So coming to my options, my element attributes, there are a lot of attributes here. All right, a lot of element attributes here that are functional. So when you're designing, you make use of your element attributes a lot, most especially your field, your profile manager. I will show you step by step on how to use every single object on your element attributes, right? Coming to your complex profile, I will show you how to use your complex profile to create objects, to manipulate everything and scale yourself through, right? So coming to my project preference, my dimension, I will show you how to dimension, to change your dimension. So if I click on dimensions, I'll, depending on how the way you put dimension, right, if you can dimension on plain meters, you can dimension on plain millimeters, you can use your US architects, US builder, and US detailing. Everybody have their way of dimensioning, but here we leave it at plain millimeters. So this is a worldwide video, so anybody have their own choice and priorities, right? So this is for my project preference, my work environment. These are work environments on this particular project. So this is the work environment on this project. So with time, we'll stick to every single one of them, right? They will look quite difficult. They will look quite confusing to you at this point, but don't worry. If you watch all my videos, you design like a pro. So coming to my teamwork, these are teamwork for external projects. You want to like make a teamwork with somebody. You want to make this project with someone. Like, these are external projects. Okay. These are coming to my window, my navigator. These are my stories. Yeah, these are my stories here. My ground floor. Coming to my section, I have my section. If you want to create your sections, you know how many sections you use. Some use section AA, section BB, section SO1, section SO2. Yeah, depending on how the project is. These are your elevations, I already showed you my elevations. These are the elevations on display here. This is my south, my east, west, and north elevation. These are for elevations, right? So these are for my interior elevations. I want to make elevations on my interior design and everything. So you make it of your interior elevation. Coming to your worksheet, this is for worksheet. I will show you step by step on how to use the worksheets, right? So come, these are my details, these are my details, on my 3D documents. I will show you how to use the 3D documents. Then my 3D, I will show you on everything. My perspective, I already show you the perspective view and astrometry view, right? So this is my schedules. I will show you every single thing on how to use them on the long run. Okay, so these are just preliminaries. Yeah, I call them preliminaries because they'll be used in the long run. So you can't help, you don't need help. I'm here to help you, right? I'm here to help you. I'm here to take you step by step on everything you need to know on Archicad. So coming to this dialogue here, these are design options, right? These are under the design. These are the options. Use your wall, your columns, your beam, your slab, your roof, your shell, your staircase. They are all found on the design. So if you click on it, you will see them drop down. You see the drop down here. If I click on it, it will hide. So if I click on it, it will drop down, and click on it, it will go hidden. So if I click on my viewpoints, you see the drop down. So under my viewpoint, my section, my elevation, my interior elevation, my detail worksheet, and camera are being found on the viewpoint. So I think the versions are quite different, right? The versions are quite different. So this is it. So under my documents, I see my dimension, my level dimension, my radial dimension, my angle dimension. So probably you might not be seeing the alphabet so well. So when you come to the edge, you see this edge now for this dialogue here. You come to the edge, you see this drag tool. So just hold your left mouse and drag it. Yeah, the more I drag it, the more they get elapsed, right? So if I reduce it a little bit, I can see my letterings very well. Yeah, I can see my letterings very well. So this is my level dimension, my radial dimension. So I can adjust it. I can adjust it to here, depending on you. You can see the more you adjust it, the more your project interface becomes smaller, which is not advisable. You won't allow the dialogue to take the whole space. You can keep on adjusting them to Kingdom.com, but we don't need that on this project because we cannot be working on a small space and using the dimension drop down. So I have to just adjust them to fit in so that I will have enough space to play around when designing, right? So this is for my design, my viewpoint, and my dimensions, right? So this is it. So coming to this phase here, you come to this phase, this is the project map. Okay, yeah, this is the project map. This is my ground floor. This is where I can see my ground floor. This is my first floor, my second story, right? So this is my first floor, my second floor, and you keep on navigating. So you can see the project name here. This is when we saved it, navigation video 1.0. So if I click on it, you see you won't see any drop down here. So if I click on it, it will drop down and show me details for this particular project. Yeah, so this is my project map for everything. This is my sections, my east, north, south, and west elevation. So when you start creating projects, you create your worksheet, your details, your 3D documents, and your generative view perspective. These are the perspective view and your astronometry view, right? So this is the view map. Come here and see your view map and everything, right? So the next is your what's your layout book. So these are for layout book. These are personally for layout book, right? So if you want to just know your layout and everything, you come here and know your layout sheet, right? So this is my publisher set. These are the these are for publishments, which you will not really use that much. You put your main focus on this particular project map. So this will be your main focus for this project, right? So coming over here, you see it written default settings, right? So it's been written default settings because these are default settings for a particular object being selected. So if I go on my designs and I click on wall, now what do you notice? The default settings for wall tends to come out. No, now if I want to go, if I want to see what is inside here, I'll come to this interface and roll. So if you come to this space here, this dialog here, you can see I can adjust them. I can adjust my dialog, right? I can adjust them, I can readjust them as well. Okay, so you can adjust it to make it wider, right? You can see now everything about the setting dialog on my Archicad has been fixed right here. It's being fitted. But if I drag it back, what do you notice, right? I'll have to roll. If I roll, I'll be seeing what is behind, right? So if I want to see everything, I will just shift adjust my dialog a little bit and they're all fitted. So this is it. This is a chip. That's why I told you, if you follow me step by step, I will take you step by step as well on how to use Archicad from an amateur to a pro. Yeah, to a pro. Okay, so just stick around. So if I click on my column, if I click on my column, Now, settings dialog for column tends to come out, right? Yeah, settings dialog for column tends to come out. Okay, if I click on my beam, every details about beam, the default settings for beam pops out, right? Default setting for beam pops out, right? So this is how to navigate. Like, I remember this is a navigation video on how to navigate on every single thing on your Archicad, right? So if I go on my viewpoint, I click on section, default settings for section pops out, right? Default settings for section pops out. So this is here you can make use of your default settings um on your on the particular viewpoint you select. If I select on my elevation, everything about elevation pops out, right? So these are the default settings for elevation. Okay, so under my tools bar, right, these are elementaries. I call them elementaries. Okay, these are shortcut elementaries. All right, this is my inject, and this is my pickup. This is my pickup. This is my inject. All right, this is my guideline. Right, these are my guideline and everything. So these are preliminaries. Okay, these are preliminaries. Okay, these are preliminaries you can use. These are shortcuts on how to navigate. So when we get to the full project, I'll be showing you step by step on how to use each and every one of them, because we'll be using almost all the whole tools on this project, right? So making use of all the whole tools on this project. So you need to stick around. You need to make ends to watch the next video, because I'll be making a lot of detailing on the next video, right? So you need to just stick tight and subscribe. Always hit the subscribe button to subscribe to get more exclusive videos like this. Okay, so I think I've shown you enough. This navigations only is enough, is wo big enough to scale you through. This is the first step you take on Archicad, right? So I will leave it as navigation video 1.0. On the next video, I will save it again and put it 2.0. So you won't say you missed a step, right? You won't say you missed a step. So on the next video, we'll be designing, we'll be making use of all objects, the preliminaries and the tools bar. We'll be making use of everything. I will scale you through step by step on how you can make use of them, right? So this is it. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you really enjoyed your stay here. So watch out for the next video that will be posted next. So thank you guys for staying and watching my video. Don't forget to like and share and comment. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Then subscribe. I'll be dropping the next video on the next session. So hit the like button, hit the share button and hit the subscribe button. See you on the next session. Thank you.